Hey everybody, here for the Empire season finale. Oh my gosh. Like the ending had me like so say hi. Say hi. So yeah, let's get into it. It started off with Jamal being nominated. First they were saying that Empire never got nominated for anything, so Jamal was nominated. And later on it was said that he was nominated 5 times. So, the whole time, Sky is trying to congratulate Jamal and whatnot. Like the whole thing was awkward. Like they were, back and forth. Sky was trying to get close to him. Like they were booed up already. Yeah. Pacifier always upside down. You say hi. So yeah, they were booed up, and Jamal was like acting kind of awkward, like trying to push her away or whatever. So Lucius walks in seeing all of this, and he's like smiling like a Cheshire cat or whatever. So he's talking to Jamal, and Jamal is like, don't think, it's not what you think it is or whatever. So Lucius is like, she fixed you. Are you hitting that? I'm like, yo, Lucius is a douche. His name should be Douches. Because he's a douche. But I'm like, yo, he is just too happy that Jamal and Sky are like hooking up. Like he doesn't know all the details or whatever. But he's just too happy that, a woman has Jamal's attention or whatever. Girl, you need to keep still. So this is like the American Sound Awards. They can't, like legally, they can't use any of the names that's already named after award shows. So they do like the awards or whatever. I guess it's like a rap category. And Frida Gatz won the award over Hakeem. So Hakeem was upset about that, of course. But he walked out because he was upset. Somebody on my Twitter said Hakeem gonna cry in the car. I about died. I'm like, yo, I follow some funny people. Like my whole timeline, whenever a show is on like this, an award show, a TV show that we all watch, my timeline be jumping from the time the show starts or the time the show go off, and I'm always in tears in the end. So Jamal and Sky perform, I guess it was the American Sound Awards. They performed the song Powerful. And after the song is over, because the song is mostly about race and the tension and all of that. So they performed the song, and Charlemagne, being himself, he asked, basically asked Sky, like, well, you're singing a song about race, but you don't admit that you're black. And she's like, what are you talking about? I do embrace the fact that I'm half black. And he's like, no, you've never really admitted it or said anything about it. And Jamal is like, why do we always have to have labels? Why do we have to label something as something? Why can't it just be what it is? And I get the message there because that's the truth. There's labels in everything. Skin color, race, ethnicity, culture. There's labels in everything. You just can't be, you can't just say I'm me. It's always a label in something. So that was like, an uproar. But the message, I got the message. And that was a message that needed to be said and that everybody needs to hear. Like, stop labeling everything. Like, let stuff be what it is. So Anika and Rhonda, Anika arrives at Rhonda and Andre's house, and Rhonda was saying before Anika arrived that the security system is like crazy, like it keeps going off for no reason, and she called the company and they said that they're gonna fix it. So Anika comes over, she gives Rhonda a gift for the baby, and she tells Anika that Lucius is calling the baby the heir and all of that, and she basically been telling Anika Lucius is going crazy over becoming a grandfather, he's so happy, whatever. So Rhonda seemed like a little bit sneaky, like she was like basically planting it in her head or rubbing it in Anika's face and just didn't know it. And then Anika seemed just a tad bit like, jealous or something. Like, I don't know. Like their interaction and their conversations have been weird, since Anika found out she was pregnant. So Cookie kept her promise and visited her girls in prison, did a little concert, and she basically she speaking to a couple of the girls and letting them know, hey, I said, I'm gonna do this for you because y'all are my girls. And then she asked about one of the girls named Jessie, and the warden told her, well, Jessie got life for, you know, shanking her cellmate over toothpaste or whatever. Because Cookie said that when Jessie got out, she planned on making Jessie a star. So, you know, Cookie is like, dang, like, oh man, like, you know, what did you get yourself into? So Lucius made an announcement at the awards that him and Swiftstream are, you know, they're combining. And then Mimi steps up and says that her wife is gonna be like a proxy or something like that to the business. Or was that later on? But she introduced her wife, and her wife was none other than Yoko from season 1 that Cookie didn't like because she was messing with Jamal, the cougar, Camille. So Camille walks up, gives Lucius a look like, yeah, I'm winning. I'm about to take everything from you. Because Lucius tried to pay Camille off to stay from Hakeem last season. She didn't take the money. She just dipped. So now Camille got the last laugh, basically, because she's with Mimi, and Mimi is, you know, partner with Lucius. So Mimi at a board meeting exposes Lucius, and Lucius is talking all kinds of crap about the board, you know, saying they weren't with me when this was going down and that was going down. So Mimi got the board against him to, like, she got the board, you know, cleared to vote against Lucius, and she said voting will take place tonight. So while this is going on, Camilla meets up with Hakeem, and Hakeem is like, where have you been? And she's like, I disappeared because your dad tried to pay me to back off from you. I didn't take the money. I just left. Your mother isn't who you think she is. And, you know, she's basically influencing Hakeem to go against Lucius. And, you know, as she's doing so, she's reaching down and touching his area. And I'm like, yeah, Hakeem is a victim to the cougar, you know, so I already knew Hakeem was going to go against Lucius. So, now we're doing the concert, and Cookie tells the girls that they're her sisters, and that she said that when she made it, she would come back and she would support them. And she was away from her kids for 17 years, but now she wants to bring back her youngest to perform. So Hakeem gets up there and he's like, you know, my dad never brought me up here to see my mom, and I don't understand why, but I love my mom. She's a strong individual, you know, for being in here 17 years, and you guys are her family, so you're my family as well. What you making noise for? So, you know, they put him and Laura perform the song Miracles. And then as that's going on, you see, I think Andre was getting in a car with somebody. I don't even really know what they was talking about. I was like in and out. But I did catch that Lucius' lawyer, or I think that was his lawyer, yeah, was going down on one of the board members for votes. I'm like, ew, yuck. But the girl played him. He was like, yeah, you know, is that enough for vote? Like, how good was it? Was that enough to, you know, vote? And she was like, oh, it was good, but it wasn't $10 million good. I'm like, ooh. So you basically just went down on that big girl, and she still ain't going to vote. You know, she ain't going to vote for Lucius. I'm like, dang, dog. So we go back to Cookie at the prison. She finally meets up with Jessie. Jessie is none other than the brat tat tat tat. I was like, yes, the brat, yes, come through, yes. So, you know, she was mopping, you know, the bathroom or whatever, and Cookie was like, well, you didn't come to my concert, why not? And she's like, why would I come to your concert? You got out of jail, you didn't write me, you didn't keep in touch, you didn't, you know, see how I was doing. And she was like, well, when I got out, I was setting up some things, but that doesn't mean I didn't care about you. And she was like, yeah, whatever, Cookie. You know, you doing it big, you do you. You don't have to worry about me or whatever. So I guess she felt the kind of way, like Cookie basically left her out, left her hanging, you know. And I mean, when you're in prison, all of that takes a toll on you. You know, you just feel like nobody's there for you. You feel alone. You feel abandoned. So it makes sense. So at the board meeting, everybody except for Jamal, Andre, and I think one other person basically voted to keep Lucius to stay. Everybody else voted him out. So when it got to Hakeem, Hakeem was like the final vote. So Hakeem sat there and he thought about all the stuff Lucius did to him. You know, punched him in the face, beat him up, just everything that Lucius did the past couple of seasons, he voted against Lucius. So Lucius was voted out. Cookie looked at Camilla because she was standing outside watching the whole thing with Camilla. Turned around to Camilla and like spit a big Louis right on her face. I was like, hey, New York and pumpkin all over again. So Lucius breaks down. He's at the house. He done ransacked his room, shot up everything. And you know, he's basically like, you sacrificed 17 years in jail. And, you know, I went from humble beginnings, selling CDs out the trunk of my car, building this brand and this label from the ground up. And this is all I get. This is the things I get. So Cookie was like, no, you pick yourself up and you keep going forward. You know, Empire, we still own, you know, some of the shares and all of that. We gonna be all right. You know, this is our family. This is our legacy. We gonna get through this like we always do. And I'm like, you know what? Cookie and Lucius might have their beef and all of this, but always in the end, they always know in the end that they are family. And that's what I like about their relationship. They get petty with each other sometimes, but in the end, they always know that they're family. So the last thing that happens, it was a break-in at Rhonda and Andre's house. I guess Rhonda was sleeping or resting or whatever. So somebody broke into their house. The alarm is going off again, and Rhonda is just annoyed because the alarm keeps going off. So she goes to check the alarm and make sure everything is okay. I think she was texting somebody. So next thing you know, somebody rolled up behind her and pushed her down the stairs, and she's just falling and tumbling down the stairs, and you know, she fell and she landed on her stomach, and her phone was like a little bit cracked or whatever in the screen and everything. So we go back to Lucius' house. Lucius and Jamal are both nominated for like the same award. So, you know, basically it's like, you know, game on between father and son. Like, you know, healthy competition, but that's never happened before. So Andre is like, well, I'm gonna go and call Rhonda and give her the good news. So he's calling Rhonda's phone. She's not answering because she's still laying on the floor. And that's how it ended. So I'm like, dang. So then when they played like the trailer for the next season, when they come on, oh my God, it looks insane. I guess we find out what happened to Rhonda. According to the trailer, it looked like she might have died and lost the baby, something. And then like, it was just a whole bunch of craziness that happened. So I'm just like, oh my God. And we got to wait all the way till March. But you know what? To me, when the new year comes, the longest month is January. For some reason, January is always the longest month. February goes like that. March is going to be here before we know it. So I'm like, I'm ready. I am ready for season 3 or season 2 continue, whatever this is. But I'm like, oh my God, the way it ended had me like, oh my gosh. Because I didn't really think Rhonda was pregnant. Like, it was just something about her that was off. Like, I kind of felt like she was lying. But I mean, in me thinking that she was pregnant or not, like if she was showing or not, I'm like, still, somebody pushed her down the steps. And I think it was Boo Boo Kitty. And I don't know why she would do that. But the past few episodes, she has been jacked up in the head. Like, she's been screws loose, everything. Damn near stalker-ish, fatal attraction type. And I'm like, oh gosh. So we just gonna see how it plays out next season. But that was Empire. It was a season finale. It was good. It left us wanting more, like everybody said. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I will do... I'm gonna have to push Keeping It Current to this Saturday. I'm just gonna, just do 2 weeks worth of topics or whatever. Because I tried to do it yesterday, but I ended up going out somewhere. late at night. So I just said I'll move it. I'll just keep writing notes and just talk about whatever I want to talk about by Sunday. Just make it one thing, not make it a headache. But tomorrow the Wiz Live premieres. I cannot wait to see that. I'm gonna try and review. I might not even do a review. I'll just do highlights, because you know, if you haven't seen the original Wiz, you know, it's basically the same story. I'll just probably talk about the cast and what was different from this one and the original, you know. So I'll just see how it goes, but I'll be watching it tomorrow. So again, thank you guys for watching, and remember, like, comment, subscribe, okay? So I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.